We're coming to you live from Pearl-Cohn Entertainment Magnet High School. I'm Dion Gosa, and I'm the host of Firebirds Fly, where we showcase all students who have graduated here from Pearl and is doing successful in life. Let's get the show on the road.
I'm your host, Braxton Sowell, and we would like to thank you all for coming, but we would like to recognize some special guests from the National Academy of Television and Art Science program. We'd like to welcome Mr. Nick Duggar. Good to see you. The National Trustee of News Channel 5, Mr. Clifton Hunt. The Education Chair, Dr. Linda Miller. And the Executive Director, Ms. Geneva Brignola. And my Executive Principal, Dr. Sonia Stewart. Nice to see you. Tonight we are recognizing one of our very own, Laith, and who has done really big things from his freshman year all the way up to his senior year. And first we thought you might like to hear about his early years, and here to tell you about that is his longtime friend, Mr. Abdul Abbas.
How you doing, everybody? Hold up for me one second. اليوم نبدي نبارك لكم على الفوز الذي ليث يعني في الجائزة الكبيرة هذه، وارحبكم في مدرستنا Pearl-Cohn High School. أتمنى لكم تتمتعوا بالوقت واستمتعوا بحقنا البرزنتيشن. As you see right now, I was speaking Arabic. When Laith and Laith's family come to the United States, that's the only thing he can speak. So imagine you can understand us, but when Laith and his family come to the United States, they didn't understand us all. I'm here to say that Laith was not great as he is right now. He was not as smooth. He used to have a really baby face and made a couple mistakes. Let's look at the video right now.
Laith has worked really hard, and he's come a long, long way since those early days. But we remember when he was just a kid, a really baby-faced kid.
Also, you've got a whole wide selection of games on PC. Mac.
And that kid, well, he had some growing pains. Some really funny growing pains.
On the offensive side, the big change that's
Stop. Stop.
But grow he did, and we were the ones that benefited from his work.
And what he's done is molded them into not just a great player or two. So are you looking forward to
But me,
next year's?
I really like the funny ones.
the Firebirds are raring to go.
Seriously.
For PCTV Sports, I'm Laith Emanuel.
Wow, didn't even know you had a baby face like that, man. I swear, I didn't. Well, next up, from the class of 2016, he had the honor of playing the judge in our first crime drama series, Justice. I would like to give a very shout out and welcome him back to Pearl, Mr. Daniel Harrell, everybody.
Hello everyone, welcome to Pearl, and I'm so glad to be back around my peers that I've always missed since I left, really. The world is a different place, I'm gonna tell you that, and it's not a joke, so do what you gotta do to do here, do what you have to do here, and you'll succeed in life as long as you keep your head in the game. And Laith, speaking on him, we're here to welcome this man. Wow, I just went to myself. Well, we're here to welcome that man right there into the world of cinematography. and thank you for his family for showing up and supporting him in this here step. We're here to welcome Laith and congratulate him on everything that he's done for Pearl and here with us. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at a clip that he's put together for us.
Laith has been at Pearl-Cohn for 3 years now, and in that time, he has had to wear many hats and take on many jobs, both on camera and behind the scenes. Always humble and eager to learn more about this industry, which he loves. His skill and leadership have helped Pearl-Cohn produce some of the best programming seen, not only school productions, but also for outside sources, including many like the mayor's office, where he produced the commercial for the city's MLK March. Therein lies his real talent, the talent of making others look their best, whether it was the news, music videos, award shows, and especially Pearl's first crime drama, Justice. And we can't forget the work Laith does for the school sports program, directing and producing live games, and helping to create memories for these athletes to watch for years to come. With several nominations and awards, Laith has already had a successful career, both in front and behind the camera. Hard to believe he is still a senior in high school.
Wow, that's a lot of accomplishments in just 3 years, huh? And next we have coming up Laith's mentor / advisor. He is not just his mentor, he's also like a father to all of us on the A team. He is the broadcasting teacher here at Pearl-Cohn. He is the 2015 Teacher of the Year. Help me welcome Mr. Todd Young.
Welcome, everybody. Before I get started with the part I want to say about Laith, there's a bunch of good kids that they have a term at school. It's called being a hater. When somebody does something good, you don't like them. You know, you wish it was you. But you see the kids that are being a part of this. Everything you see, they did. I yell a lot, but they pick it up. They go do it. They edit it. They get all the work done, which is really cool. So thank you to those guys. I want to take a minute to say something to Laith's parents, because what I'm up here to introduce is the actual video that won the award. When Laith came to me, about this time last year, actually, he wanted to do a project. He said, I have a story to tell. And for our people who are in the industry, you could have the best camera, you can have the best people, but if you don't have a story, you don't have a job, you don't have what you need. And the story, what makes this compelling, is it's about his family. It's about the journey that they took to come here, and the reason that we get to know this guy. So we're going to show the actual of the video. Be proud of your son, because when you see this, it just makes you appreciate the good kids that we have here at the school. Take a look.
What would make a man leave his home, pick up his children, pack them in a car, take a 300-mile dangerous drive, cross a country's border into another country, declare him and his family as refugees, and beg for asylum in another country?
This is Laith Emmanuel. He is 16 years old and a student at Pearl-Cohn High School. Laith has been in the United States for 6 years. He left his home country of Iraq when his father realized that his family was in danger because they were Christians. His dad received a phone call from the Islamic State while he was at work, telling him that he has to pay a fine because they are Christians. Him and his family would be beheaded if he did not pay that fine.
أنا من الناس تعرضت للتهديد يعني من قبل واحدة من هالجماعات، فاضطريت إنه أترك كل شيء وأخذ العائلة وأسافر.
In 2008, Laith, his brother, his father and mother and younger sister were living in Mosul, Iraq. Most people think they have a hard life in the United States, but it's something else when you look outside your window to see the building next to you crumble, and it could have been your building.
When you and your brother get so used to the sound of gunfire and explosions, and you don't even react to it anymore, you just keep doing whatever it is you're doing, these are things that Laith's father saw.
كنا ما نعرف نرجع أو لا ما نرجع على البيت لأنه كان وضع البلد وضع الأمني كان وضع صعب. كنا بأي لحظة إنه نتعرض للقتل.
You get shocked, all these bombs, and you don't know where they are coming from. Are they coming to you? Are they very close to you, or something's gonna happen to you? You have some people, you know, they are like my cousins. They live in another house, and we don't know if they are okay.
So Dad comes home and he says, we have to go. So we just threw everything in the car and just drove away. They told my dad, if you don't pay up, we're gonna behead everybody in your family.
فالإنسان من يشعر بتهديد لازم أو يشعر بضيق لازم دائما ينطي نفسه أمل إنه المستقبل راح يكون أحسن رغم إنه هو يعيش يعني حياة صعبة.
At the time, I didn't understand the concept of getting your head cut off. When I saw stories that I heard on TV or from family about other people getting beheaded. So I had an uncle who was already living in Turkey who also got threatened by the Islamic State, and we kind of just caught up with him once we went to Turkey.
أبسط شيء إنه إحنا ما قدرنا مثلا نحقق أحلامنا، فردنا أولادنا ما يطلعون، جبناهم على أمريكا حتى تكون لهم فرصة أحسن، يكون لهم مستقبل أحسن.
The difference between school in America and school in Iraq, here there's everything. Whatever you need is provided, whether it's computer, electricity, bathrooms, lunch, it's all there. In Iraq, a lot of people don't have running water, clean water, electricity, so it's very difficult, and some kids here just don't understand how many opportunities they have. If a student gets in trouble here, they either get after-school detention or ISS, but in Iraq, they hit you with a big stick, and that was the punishment. Teachers never had any problems with students having cell phones out. I'm just so grateful that I'm in this country where I can do anything I want. You know, I just look back at the moments where we were struggling, where my mom was always tearing up, but I think that it was all worth it, everything that we did. I'm glad I went through it when I was young enough to get through it. And now, the future is ahead of me. Having been a refugee, I don't understand why illegal aliens just don't go through the process and the paperwork like we all did. It just doesn't make sense to me. It takes a little effort, but this country is worth it. And I really look forward to the day where I raise my hand and become a U.S. citizen.
So now you've heard the story of this young man who's traveled through some very rough places, through some very hard times, so that he may one day raise his right hand and become Citizen Laith.
Very touching story. You did your thing, man. Now it's time for what we've all been waiting for. It's time to now present the award to Laith. Please help me welcome the owner of the Tennessee Digital Video and the chair of Students Award for the National Academy of Television and Art Sciences. Please help me welcome Mr. Nick Duggar.
I've seen that piece at least 10 times, maybe more. And tonight I think it has extra special meaning. I hope it does for you all too. While the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences is best known for handing out Emmy Awards to professionals, our Nashville Mid-South chapter has been handing out student awards to high school students since 2003. It started small, with just a few students in schools, and now it's grown into a major project each and every year. For me, my 26-year-long television production career started in high school, so our student awards are particularly special to me. The hard work of these students requires the support and the recognition from the professionals of our community, and there's no better way to do this than with our beloved Student Production Awards. We were thrilled to add Pearl-Cohn Entertainment Magnet to our Student Production Awards in 2012. Since then, you all have earned 62 nominations in what is a very hotly contested awards program with over 20 schools in the nearby area competing. That's no small task. Stellar among your graduates is Gerald Harris, who, for example, even as we speak, is finishing up his college career and applying to graduate school. 2016 brought a new benchmark to our high school awards, and that was the inaugural National Student Production Awards. The regional winners from across our country were entered into a new competition, and it was judged by media professionals and media professors from coast to coast. Our Nashville Mid-South chapter earned 16 regional winners that would go on to the national categories, and that's pretty impressive. What's even more impressive is that that resulted in an outstanding 9 nominations nationally. We're extraordinarily proud to have 3 of our projects named as winners in this first National Student Production Award contest. That's why we Academy officials are here tonight, to honor and congratulate the outstanding work done here at Pearl-Cohn. Think about the enormity of this achievement. Citizen Laith competed against winning projects from the entire country. We were bursting with pride when the national winners were announced at the Museum in Washington, D.C. just a few short weeks ago. With appreciation for their advisor, Mr. Young, I feel even more proud tonight as I present a National Student Production Award pillar to the students who created Citizen Laith. Please help me welcome Laith and Loe Emanuel. Come on up, guys. I think it's time you finally get to hold on to these. Pass that one to your right. And this one's for you. Congratulations. Thank you.
I just want to start by saying thank you everyone for being here. I just want to thank my family for being here. My parents, I wouldn't be here without them. I'd like to thank my advisor, Mr. Young, all my friends that put up this show. They did a fantastic job. I'd like to thank Dr. Stewart. This school has really changed me, and it's given me a really awesome opportunity, and I just wouldn't be here without this school. And I just want to thank everybody. And I also want to take the time to show you guys a music video that we put together. So while we have your attention, the official video actually comes out tomorrow, but we have a sneak peek for you all. So here it is.
It's the music in me, music in me, music in me. It's the music in me. When music moves through me, I feel electricity. My heart is pumping, just can't stop jumping. When music moves through me, I feel electricity. My heart is pumping, just can't stop jumping. Wanna make known exactly how I feel when the music plays and my game gets real. The rhythm and beats is what I need to motivate me to come take the lead. I'm showing my style to the left and right. With music on my side, my skills are so tight. Haters all around, what can they do? When my music flows, it ain't about you. When music moves through me, I feel electricity. My heart is pumping, just can't stop jumping. When music moves through me, I feel electricity. My heart is pumping, just can't stop jumping.
I know I'm gonna win, no competition here. When my music's on, I ain't got no fear. My music isn't me, this knowledge is so true. If you don't understand, well, I am here to prove. Music is my passion, that's all I wanna do. My music tells my story, so everything is true. My music is my everything, I hope you understand. My music is my everything, I hope you understand.
When music moves through me, I feel electricity. My heart is pumping, just can't stop jumping. When music moves through me, I feel electricity. My heart is pumping, just can't stop jumping. It's the music in me, music in me, music in me. It's the music in me.
I'd like to thank my parents and my advisor and for everybody that showed up here today. And most of all, I'd like to thank my brother. Without you, none of this would be possible. Thank you.
All righty. So did you all enjoy the show? Wonderful. Now we will have our closing remarks by the big bad boss of the school, Dr. Sonia Stewart.
Well, that was fun, right? Yes. You know, when I sit here and I watch, I had so many thoughts. I remember the day I met Laith. And I can honestly say that's not true for every child in my school. I wish it were. But Laith, I do remember the day I met you. And it was in his Algebra 1 class, his 9th grade year. And what I noticed about him was his focus. And he, as the teacher was doing their instruction, Laith was copying everything down. He was completely attuned to the teacher. And after class, I slipped out and I came back and I asked his teacher, I said, tell me about that kid. And the thing that they said was, he's such a hard worker. They said he never talks. He's quiet. And I think that's true. I think it was probably the end of Laith's sophomore year before I heard him say a word. And what I love about programs like the one we offer here to young people like Laith is that we help them find their voice. Laith came to us from an extraordinary family. And that hard work came from you. He understood what it meant to be in a situation that required him to give more, to do more, to persist. And we saw that from you in the very beginning. But I think as we've gotten to see him go through this program, we've really seen how the camera has given him a voice and has given him confidence. And it has grown every single year that he has been here. From the opportunities to be behind the camera shooting things like videos and movies and sports clips. But this year, we pull him to the front of the camera quite a bit. News Channel 5 was here tonight. They were here last week filming him. And I said to them, this kid didn't talk his freshman year. And now he's looking in the camera at News Channel 5, telling his story and showing his work. That's tremendous. We're so proud of what you've accomplished. We're thankful for this partnership. We're thankful for the recognition that we're getting nationally and for the ways that you're really capitalizing and trying to capture the talent of young people and give them a national stage. These moments are significant, and you'll remember, Laith, you'll remember that piece of crystal on your lap for the rest of your life and what it meant for you as a young person. I do want to thank the crew that's here. It's good to see you, Daniel, as well, and just the young people and the teachers that have come alongside of Laith during these years. He's called these particular friends here tonight to just celebrate with him, but also identified teachers who have been a part of his journey. Laith is right now our candidate for the Jefferson Scholar, and I see Mr. Prather in the room tonight. We're really hoping to get Laith a whole bunch of money to go to a really prestigious university, and whether it ends up there or wherever he chooses, I think the things that we saw in Laith at 14 and being hard and persistent and a hard worker, I think the struggle of his family and the commitment that you guys have is going to be the measure of your success, and so we're just certainly glad to have been a part of your story. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Mr. Young. I think what I appreciate the most about what Young does in our building is that he creates opportunities for kids to step into them and give the best of themselves. He says he yells. It's not really all that true. He gripes. He kind of bugs and nags maybe a little bit, but he really tries to create opportunities for kids to dream bigger, and he celebrates them in their growth process. Whenever he presents something to me, it's never perfect, and that's never the point. It's always about what our kids can do and how they can grow in the process. And so thank you for the ways that you create those opportunities for our kids. We really appreciate it. And last, rubbing his shoulder back there is Donna Gilly. And Donna is over the Academies Nashville. So when you see programs like this one, she is a big part of why they exist and why they persist. And I tend to think we might be her favorite school. And so because I know that, I'm so thankful for all that Donna does to make sure that our kids keep front and center in the learning opportunity. She believes in career academies as an engagement strategy to keep kids in school, to keep them engaged, and to help them learn and grow. And so Donna, it's been a joy really to partner with you in these 5 years. So I think I've talked enough. And I think this is where I'm supposed to say we're done and we're going to the food.
Well, no, see, in Hollywood, what we do is when you do a TV live production, you close out the show. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Because, it's the second episode, so we're going to see you next time on the next episode of Firebirds Fly.
See, they're trying to teach me something. See if I get this right. So see you next time on the next episode of Firebirds Fly.